Let's now put the focus on the crisis brewing in Sri Lanka. The parliament reconvened today amid the political crisis, and yesterday the Sri Lankan president Gotabaya Rajapaksa revamped his cabinet with 17 new ministers. While addressing the parliament, the country's embattled Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that a 19th constitutional amendment is absolutely necessary in order to create an accountable administration amid the ongoing crisis. According to reports, Sri Lanka's main opposition party is likely to move a no-confidence motion against the government later today. All this comes as the Rajapaksas continue to face the heat of the crisis over spiralling dissent among the public. On Monday, the president admitted that patience among the citizens was wearing thin and that it was justified. The statement came after he appointed 17 new ministers to take up roles in the new cabinet ahead of the crucial IMF talks.
I believe we should have gone to the IMF much earlier. Not providing agrochemicals to farmers is also a mistake. We will now give fertilizers to our farmers once again. People are suffering because of the economic crisis, and I deeply regret it.
The ministers have been appointed for portfolios ranging from power and energy, health, environment to water supply, irrigation and more. The appointments come amid raging anti-government protests in the country. The biggest change reflected in the list of ministers is the absence of any name from the powerful Rajapaksa family. The South Asian island nation is currently witnessing one of its biggest financial meltdowns since its independence. Growing inflation, prolonged power cuts and a lack of basic supplies have now pushed the general public to the streets. And along with this, a sharp drop in the country's foreign exchange reserves has also stalled imports of essentials, thus creating a huge gap in demand and supply. Now, for more on the political developments in Sri Lanka, our correspondent Dasuni Athora has sent us this report from Colombo. Take a look.
The Sri Lankan Parliament convened today, and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, speaking in Parliament this morning, did say that the government will be looking at bringing back the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, which was previously abolished and replaced by the 20th Amendment to the Constitution by this present government itself, and that they will be looking at solving the current economic crisis. However, all eyes will also be on the parliament throughout the day, given the fact that a no-confidence motion is expected to be pushed through by the opposition, which is led by opposition leader Sajith Premadasa in parliament. However, the government is still confident that they do acquire the simple majority of 113 seats. Also, overnight, fuel prices were hiked up here in Sri Lanka by the state-run petrol company, which has now led to much displeasure amongst the public at large, as many protests are now being recorded across the country, and in certain instances, disruption to traffic as well as roadblocks are also being reported. Stay with WION for the very latest of Sri Lanka's economic crisis. Reporting from Colombo, I'm Dasumi Athora.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.